Buena, buena gente, bienvenidos, pura vida. Tonis, ¿qué tal? Pucha, hoy sí estamos guapetones. Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos toca hacer hoy. En plena enfermedad. Lo último que hice fue encontrar o buscar estas espadas. O los trozos de esta espada. Varios acertijos en esta zona aparte, como quieran llamarle. Al parecer son 3. Esto se va a poner largo.
Plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the
Marca de la plaga.
babes as they came out of the womb.
Ay, qué madre, estar enfermo. Pinche enfermedad.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels... It doesn't feel right.
What is this place?
¿Qué es este lugar? ¿Dónde es este lugar?
It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is
Sí.
This has to be wrong. This place stinks. It's just... There he is. There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house. He's
Find-
going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
The air.
Where's it gone? Keep going.
How do you find it?
It's just a trap.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others.
What the hell?
She could taste the rot. No one else could. She knew something was wrong, something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that.
Get to the house and finish this trial. It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
Aquí hay algo. Supongo que tengo que subirme allá para poder verlo. Siempre. Ok. ¿No?
Up the tower.
To get to the top.
The tower. How do you get to the tower?
Find a way.
The ladder is broken. How do you get up the tower?
Senua, find a way.
Dillian will disappear
That's it.
soon.
You did it. She did.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle.
Ok. No. Esto está marcado, pero...
The northern speak
Altísima.
a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls.
Oof.
I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, Then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end, because the dead return to
Interesante.
haunt the living. If you see the death moon,
Ahí está.
beware, because
Qué loco esta vara.
death in that house.
The bridge.
Ahí está.
She did it, did it?
You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded.
¿Listo? Aquí. Esta puerta antes estaba abierta. Bueno, por aquí pasamos para entrar. Así que vamos bien. Y...
Senua, come to me.
Holy shit.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
Focus.
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big, red-haired, immensely strong. But he was afraid of the dark.
They're coming for me.
¿Dónde carajos? ¿Qué carajos? ¡Ey! Creo que eso cuenta como muerte. Sí. Tengo que abrirla a eso.
There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Someone move away.
It is.
Go towards it. Run.
Okay.
Focus. Focus. Run. Run now. Don't let it see you. You'll start to burn. There it is. Move away.
Don't let it look quick.
Where's Dillian?
Where is he?
This is taking too long. Can you hear him?
Qué loco está esta vara.
You have to find them. Where are they?
Looks the same.
Qué loco esta vara. Buenas, Ángulo. Angelo, perdón, estoy detrás del palo. No, no. Fuck. Se me acerca esa madre. Las cosas se van a poner feas.
The light. Go towards it. Focus. To find one more. One does.
No más, no más, no más, no más. Quite, quite. Cuenta la otra. Aunque están sencillas estas. Ok, por aquí no es. Vámonos. Qué loco está esto. La cura de la plaga. Qué loco estaba eso.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? They couldn't. None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but
Good people.
they're scared.
¿De qué tienen miedo?
They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Ok.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Bueno, esa fue rápida.
It's done. You did it, but there's more.
Esa fue rapidita.
You have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the strangers, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time,
Yo pensé que eran tres, yo creo que van a ser más.
a king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would
También moriría el rey.
the king
Está heavy eso.
about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound.
Ok.
So strange that we go to such lengths. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspired to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
He loves her. It's not taking her. He loves her.
Lado contrario. Qué chido. No, ni madres.
Here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember? What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
This is your mission. Find him. You haven't find him. Get back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could you lose him? Find him.
No sé por dónde pasar. Ok. Me parece, no estoy seguro, pero creo que acá no puedo pasar. Aquí está extremadamente oscuro.
I'll find him.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian.
Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him?
Where is he?
He sounds like he's getting further away.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist.
Interesante.
The flames I passed.
I can hear him.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not
Qué loco.
dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Soy un maldito laberinto.
Wait, it's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find a think. Focus. Use your mind. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You don't recognize it.
Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it.
She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. You know it.
She doesn't.
It's not him. It's not him.
What the fuck?
We told you it was a trick.
Y puede ir para los dos lados, pero voy a ir para ese. Maldito laberinto. Aquí encontré algo. Pero
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening?
Quiet. He wants me to find him.
voy a investigar otro lado, pero
That doesn't sound like Dillian. What's in there? A secret room. How do you get in there?
Does she get?
That voice.
no.
It's not Dillian. Find a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
Holy
In there.
shit. Algo está sonando muy raro. Vamos a ver un poquito de silencio para que lo escuchen. Satanás. shit. Están viendo lo mismo que yo.
Dillion wants me to face my fears.
Qué putas. ¿Qué carajos?
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief and son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
The boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
What the fuck?
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Ok. Ese tampoco estaba tan rudo.
What if this is pointless?
Creo que me falta aquel.
To do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be. If this is the end, it's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled.
O así es como tiene que verse.
Being tested.
Es que me falta uno todavía.
It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
Me falta aquel todavía.
Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you.
What the fuck?
Where am I?
En la fucking oscuridad.
I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Dillion.
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts.
Ok.
Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from. The others.
Yes, you can.
The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
What the fuck?
So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. William?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
Agua.
I hear water.
Go to
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
No veo ni gorra.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles to fought in the light, not the sword. I'm no coward. Prove that for me in all your triumphs. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior, okay? You need people like you.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. Seems there's no escaping the past in this place. So she's forced to relive it. To what end?
I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Pichazo.
There's something in here.
Do you see it? No. And it cannot see you. Quietly move past it. One step.
Okay. Okay. Madre, no me nada.
behind and keep moving forwards.
Un puto árbol. ¿Sí, a dónde tengo que ir? LOL. Si yo no veo nada, me imagino que ustedes están peor que yo.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you. You are in control.
No se caiga. No se fucking caiga.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Delia. Help me.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Delia. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes. I can see you too.
¿Listo?
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
Maldita alergia.
You see me?
Bueno.
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
¿Listo?
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you. They're taking you from the inside. You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears. They're going to take everything. They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories of ghosts.
memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Oh,
It's yours.
qué voces más repugnantes, en serio.
Your memories.
Aquí las vocecitas. Son el carajo.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
It's not safe.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
Oh.
But years later, with Zinbal's party
What?
still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
Ok. Espadita nueva.
Hold it. Hold the heavy strike. Hold it.
Dice que he presionado mi ataque fuerte. Ok.
How does she focus? The mirror. Her focus is coming back.
Pero estoy demasiado alerta.
Focus. Now. Focus. Get up quickly.
Demasiado alerta, literal. Da. Necio este mae. Muy lerda con ese ataque.
You're close. Focus.
Muy lerda con ese ataque.
A sea of corpses. The corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword.
Eso lo único que me recuerda es Berserk.
Corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. Look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbo, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak out on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Qué pichazo. ¿Estás detrás del palo? Puta. Ah, huevo. Pichazo. pichazo.
Get up quick. She's injured. She can still do it.
Ok. Buena. No. Está bonito eso de hacer el focus. ¿Listo?
Who is it? Galena. Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Darkness took her life, and it will take yours. It's taking you.
¿Es para acá?
Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here. Mama! I need you! Help me!
What the fuck?
You both surrendered to the voice.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's
Más pichazos.
late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Focus now.
Ah, jue puta. Me golpea por detrás. ¡Ole! Fuck.
Focus now.
Ok. Abrió. Sigue. No, qué pichazo me pegó. ¡Putica!
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Ay, no lograrlo. Muérase.
It's nearly over. Finish it. You won it. Stop them.
Necio. Muérase.
Finish this. Get in now.
Ah, todavía falta gente. Venga. Ah. Putica.
He's gone. Take him down. Behind you.
Ole. Ole, papacito. ¿Y ahora? Ay, madre. Fuera aquí.
He's down. Finish it.
Quería.
Why do you still fight on? You too should suffer with your brethren as rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all? Young. Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are.
Ah.
Why are you fighting for someone who's already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he'd thank you for what you've done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Pero acabo de activar esta. Bullshit. En paz. Porquería. Me falta. Pero me estoy moviendo. La madre. Pero es a los lados, güey. Puchica. Más re malo. Ah.
She's ready. Ready. Remember your training.
¿Cuántos de estos son? Por fin. Parece que ya.
End it. No. It's nearly the end.
Qué pichazo de gente era.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you.
¿Qué vamos a hacer? ¿Arrancar la cabeza? Parece que no. ¿Está?
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
Wow.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
Ok.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest thing is a thought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
LOL. Después de enfrentarme como a 10 enemigos, 10, 11, tal vez 15, 20. Yo veo que aquí hay un camino secundario.
I'm here to help you. Senua. We're back.
O no creo que pueda subir por acá. Sí, es una pared.
We found her. We found you. We thought we lost you. Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you. You don't have to do this on your own. You We were worried. We're here to help you. You need us. So worried. Silence is lonely. We didn't know where you'd gone. We're here to help you. Don't worry. You can trust us. Trust us.
Yo no creo que se pueda confiar en ellas.
We won't leave you. Don't leave her. We're here to stay. She needs us. She needs us. She needs our help. She always does. We found her. We found her. We found you. Here she is. We're back.
Güey, pucha, que ahora sí están reponentes las voces.
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain? She's a good girl, isn't she?
So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did. She did.
Are you glad we're back?
She's so glad we're back. Go on.
There's a door.
You can do it.
You can see it.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
Ok. Extraño una puerta tras otra, pero ellos sabrán por qué es.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature.
Un dragón.
Behind the door.
What is it?
She can feel it.
No.
Don't open the door.
Don't go in.
Turn
Don't.
back. What's in there?
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name,
Garm.
and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadow?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Ok. No tengo un lugar para ir. Ya vengo.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here. No. It's a trick.
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. So loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
Just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts to silence them. But he's gone now.
They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
But they want me with them.
stop.
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't
Do you
listen to
see them? Do you see their faces?
He's coming. Senua, help me. Help, get me out of here. Don't go. She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it. She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt The cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father. Bell. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
What? What?
She'll have to go under. She has to. I told you to act. Don't. She can do it. She can't do it. Go.
No sea perro.
Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. What was that?
Okay. Okay.
Run and get to the base. Stop. Stay there. You have to rest here or you'll die.
Esta mecánica de tener que estar en la luz está heavy.
Look, fire. There's fire. How will she get it? Fire. She has to get it. Light. Forget she's too big. She has to. Where's the torch?
Okay.
It'll keep you safe. You can see how she can find the room. She can find it. The light. See it. She has it. Where is it? Are you afraid to search? The light.
LOL.
Can you feel them? Can you see them? Where are they?
What the fuck?
Look. Use your eyes. Look. Where is it? Hidden in plain sight.
¿Está?
You have it. Where's the next? Two more to find. I can feel them. Two more to find. These pointless symbols are pointless. They're meaningless.
No puedo ni hablar con tantos madre.
Behind the door. Save Dillian. This is just another trick. Just another trick. Just to distract her from her real mission.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Parece que por aquí puedo ir, pero quiero saber si puedo abrir esta puerta. Soy un crack. Y esta puerta se puede abrir. Ok. Y desde aquí puedo subir. ¿A dónde?
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned
Her
it.
torch is going out. No, it's not. She hasn't got much time. Burn out. She's too slow. The darkness will come again.
What the fuck? Ok. Hay una sombra ahí.
She has it. She did it. She's done it. Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl.
Otra puerta.
Imprisoned in her room at night. The faces in the dark. Covered as walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Seguro que aquí empiezan a decir Satan y yo. Sí. Está muy heavy eso. Si no me equivoco, lo que están diciendo es como Senua.
She can sense it.
Sangre.
She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. Darkness. Do you think you can
Hijo de la... Ni me dejó defenderme. ¡Quite! Pero... déjeme defenderme. Por amor a... fucking God. No, no sea perro.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike it.
Fucker. Hey. Qué asco. Listo.
You can't go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and leave.
Estoy casi seguro que la forma está en el suelo, pero... y para verlo tengo que estar como al lado de arriba. ¿Está?
You have all the rooms.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. It found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness. that she's with the gods. But what if they lied?
Qué loco. Buenas noches, Juanca.
And trapped her here.
Sigue sorprendiéndome la calidad de este puto juego. No, aquí es para devolverse. Qué heavy. Ok. Creo que la puerta sí, aquí está. Pero hay muchos caminos y muchas cosas, pero... Suficiente locura. Hey, avanzando. Se pone tuanis, pero... Fuck. Corra. Fucking corra. Holy shit.
It's over.
Está heavy. Psicológicamente está heavy.
Now, see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your fathers in the one pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua?
What the fuck?
Bringing it back.
Sí.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion.
La cabeza de Delium.
I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
Ok. No puedo agarrar esa luz, pero... Pensé que una acción era saltar, pero pensé que había agua. Ajo, ya vi que es un vergazote. No se cae. Muy conveniente que tengamos una de estas aquí nomás. Muy conveniente, la verdad. ¿Qué pasó?
Ya no entiendo los coreanos.
¿Por qué?
Dice ella.
Ya no le entiendo, ya le entiendo.
Ya no entiendo los coreanos.
Sí.
Extraña México. Esa madre está pegada.
pudiera subirles más el volumen del juego, de la ambientación, pero parece que no puedo. Avanzadas. No sé si me deja subirle más. Sí, sí me deja. Voy a subirle más al juego para que se hagan una idea de lo que estoy escuchando. Y si pica, después lo cambio. Vamos a ver. Pareciera que no funcionó. Por la cabeza, porque la necesita. Pero creo que no está piqueando. Tiene un poco más de volumen, me pareciera. Ahorita que habla algo fuerte me doy cuenta si piquea o no. Soy perdiditico, no veo nada. Voy a pasar esa tabla, ¿no? Me parece. Holy shit. Sí, sí, acaba de pasar esa caja. ¿Qué pasa, mi amor? ¿Ya? Ok. De ahí para adelante hay que hablar. Eso es lo que escucho yo mientras estoy jugando. Estos son pichados. Vamos a ver si piquea. Ah, está bien el volumen. Así lo voy a dejar. Chao. Sigue.
Acabo de acordar. Voy a entrar.
Ajá. Paso. Y cientos a las 3, ¿qué quiere decir? Ajá. Perfecto. ¿Listo? No. Son dos. Ay, güey. Putica. ¿Tiene alguien más quien golpear? Sí, es que antes está muy bajo porque la mayoría de esas voces son susurros. La mayoría de esas voces son susurros. Entonces en el stream casi no se escuchaban. Ay, güey. Puta, como este mae es demasiado repugnante. Esto es de grandote. Y yo volándole verija como si no hubiera mañana. Listo. Una R. Ir a buscar una R. Creo que está aquí, ¿no? Me equivoco. ¿Ahí se ve? ¿O no? No sé, como que debería darle por aquí. Bueno, encendimos esta fogatica, dijo muy por algo de hacer. Ahí está. Era obvio. Ahí me ayudó mi dislexia. Dime. ¿Ah? Perdón, mi amor. No recuerdo haberlo hecho, ¿por qué? Si quieres me haces una hex, si me haces el favor. Bueno, al diablo. Allá era el demonio. Solo para revisar si había algo. Bueno, a ver, hay madres.
Zimbel was trying to save her from the darkness. But she wouldn't listen. She never choose. And now everybody is dead. Because of her. It's all her fault. All her fault.
Porque hay luz otra vez. Lleva el de abajo.
Now the darkness has Dillian's soul.
And it will take it and never give
Sí,
it back.
listo.
She can search, but she will never find it.
She's let the darkness in. It's the end.
The darkness will take her like it took her mother.
She can't resist. Pointless
¿Otro de estos?
trying to retrieve it.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rayan wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rayan also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's.
Que no callamos en agua, eso.
In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
The beast knows. The beast knows exactly. The light's gone.
Tenemos que pasar por una fucking puerta. Bueno, por una catarata. Bueno. Me gustaría ver el dragón, a ver cómo lo hicieron, pero dijo no saber. No veo luz. Hasta allá. Okay.
Faster, keep going. Stop.
Fuck, me va a culiar. Qué miedo. Nunca vi por dónde tenés que subir. Bueno. Me va a culiar. Me va a culiar. Me culió porque no sé. Está heavy. No sabía hacia dónde tenía que correr. 11 muertes. Entre más negra tenga la mano, se supone que más veces he muerto. Es que no sé para dónde tengo que agarrar. Ah, tengo que encender eso. Pero no puedo encenderlo desde aquí. No me da la yote. Como la enciendo si no tengo. a hacer ninguna interacción. Otra vez. Ya el que me trajo. Ahí sí piqué un toquecito. Tengo una mano más negra. Muy bien. Hacemos mejor lo que estamos haciendo. Tengo que encender esa madre. Parece que por arriba se puede lograr. Así que ocupo ver por dónde puedo subir. Por ahí bajé. Típico. Intentando forzar las cosas. Era por aquí. Bueno, encontramos dónde prender. Eso es bueno.
What's she doing? She's lighting. Oh, she's making light. She's making a fire. She's got light on the other side. She'll be safe. What's her plan? What's she thinking?
Ah. Ok. Ya sé por dónde correr. Tengo que ponerle, pero puede que funcione. Y va a funcionar. Ok, vamos.
Where is she going? Faster, faster, keep her through. She has to.
Buena.
Get up.
Eso, eso.
What are you doing?
Muy buena. ¿La jugamos? Nos la jugamos. ¿Qué dónde me pegaba yo? Yo sé que al caminar por aquí no podía.
Stop.
¿Dónde está la M? Ah, hay que tocar la puerta para... Ok. ¿Listo? Qué loco.
She can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in her. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach.
Okay.
How little separates us from what we fear.
Rain wants Fafnir. Sigurd should kill Rain before Rain comes in.
Ok.
Sigurd should find Brynhild the Valkyrie, who stole the child asleep.
Ayacito. No me lleves todavía.
Heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rain, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest. To ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild the Valkyrie.
Otra vez se va a apagar la luz. ¿Y cómo vamos? Me lleva al de abajo.
I hear you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Come back.
No hallar el carajo. Ay.
You're not taking it from me.
I warn you, Senua. I can smell your...
No.
You betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
You turn your back on me. That
LOL.
will rot in hell.
¿Contra qué vamos a fucking pelear? Pues sí, nos llevó la chingada. No nos pueden tocar, pues ya estoy muerto. Hijo de puchica. Ay, ya me mató. Está ruda está ruda esta parte. Jodas. Jodas. No, esa playa, no. No, mi amor. Yo casi siempre intento ponerlas donde van, pero yo no sé. ¡Párese! Eso. No sé, me estoy muriendo, si estoy vivo. Estuvo rudo. Nah. Voy a pegar un pichado así de la nada. Ole. Dragón. ¿Qué dragón? Pinche rata. ¡Ah! Parece. No. El cupo. ¿Va a matar? Qué duro. Este compa. Qué hijo de putica. Ay, ya me mató. Qué madre. Pero suéltelo. Eso.
Que si lo soltaban, se iba a caer por
Una
el
puerta.
debajo.
¿Saben? Que no se cubre. Amor a Dios. Eso. No se cubre. Se cubre solo cuando le da la gana. No sea tonto. Moza forma de empezar. Dos horas peleándole a esta porquería para que. Para que me mate así de fácil. Está duro. Qué pichazo. Parece.
Look, he's in the shadow pit. You must find him now. She can still do it.
No, ahí no me tocó. Bullshit. Bullshit, ahí no me tocó. Me mató otra vez. Qué hijo de puta, sale. Está rudo. Está rudo, Elius. Pero qué hijo de puta. ¿Cómo cuesta quitarse el tiro? Para defenderse dura media hora ella.
Remember your training.
¿Cómo me van a hacer eso si estoy en modo? Sea tonto. ¿Eso es lo que no comprendo? Venga, cochinada. Porquería. Yo te maté, me muchis. Qué bruto más. Pura tusa. Y ahí no puedo ver cuándo es que tengo que quitarme o qué. Muy arratado, no me jodas. Sea tonto. Oh, está rudo. ¡Qué hijo de puta! Es que es lo que yo no entiendo. Ve, que eso es lo que yo no entiendo. No lo puedo golpear. ¿Qué diablos? No lo puedo golpear. ¿Qué es lo que yo digo? ¿Que nada que ver?
Is he fine?
Ok. Pero estoy sacando lo de cubrirme y no me deja cubrirme el hijo de puchica. Fucker, fucker, fucker. Deje de ponerme de pie, hijo de putica. Pero ¿cómo carga el hijo de puta escudo? Está. Por fin. Se murió. Hijo de su puta madre. Sí, me llevó la chingada.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force. So invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand. Cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals. Kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness. Or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left. Headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived.
Buenas, Boogie. Te llamo a ti, mi amor.
Maybe Dillian would still be alive.
¿No estaba un poco frío? Pregunto.
Sorry, my love.
¿Eh?
She will save his soul. Even if this time she can't save her own.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore. But believe this. It was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. For without it, I fear you would let those trapped. All this time, I wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. Could your darkness at every turn? You deserve to be behind the veil of darkness.
And take me to the mountain to trust you, as deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know. She didn't know. She doesn't want to tell.
Ay, qué loco.
She wants to go forward. This means she wants to save Dillian's soul.
Qué loco. Está difícil ese cabrón. Si ese de movimiento no fuera tan fucking dolor de bolas, le sea más fácil, pero fue puta. What the fuck?
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillian. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
Where mi madre es.
The Northmen's world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played.
El mundo acabará en ruinas. ¿Y ahora? Suena que hay que ir por esta cadena. Tengo que volver. No se me ocurre nada más.
Behind you.
¿Cómo Dios se mueve? Batalla. Me aburre. ¡Eh! ¡Ay! ¿Cómo diablos me mataron tan fácil? Me lleva al de abajo. Ah. ¿Y ahora? Más perdido que el chiquito la Llorona. Hacer todo lo que ella dice.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again.
Ay, dame paz.
I know you're safe with the gods.
Dame paz.
Hell's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillian. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
She can see it. The bridge. She can't cross the bridge. It's broken.
She has to fix it.
It's too dangerous.
Dame paz.
She can't fix it. She's done it before. She can. She can. She'll do it again. How will she do it? So you have to try.
She'll never make it.
Amo.
She can see it. The bridge.
Me da mucho.
She can't cross the bridge. It's broken.
¿Ah?
Volver eso sí.
It's too dangerous.
¿Qué tiene?
You have to fight on.
The final battle.
Aquí hay un montón de efectos y horas raras.
Final task.
Yes, it
¿Ya
is.
pasa algo?
También.
This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world. To explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow. Or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
She can do it. She can do it. She can still see the secrets of the gods. She can think differently. So special. She must see. She has the sight. She can see their secrets.
Bueno. Un trocito más de puente.
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. The watchman will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail. The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter,
¿Cómo carajos me mataron tan fácil antes? No puedo entender.
Mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death.
Va a tener que jugar defensivo.
Times will be
Bueno,
hard. Crimes will be
Teresa.
great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
She did it. She did it.
Hay otra cosa. Diablo. Pichazos. Defensivo. Guardia Uber. Defensivo. Defensivo. Defensivo y lo primero que hago es tirármela a los vergazos.
It's nearly over. She finished it.
Ole. Ahora sí. No, 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 no. Me emocionó mucho. Se me emocionó mucho, papi. Ay, es que tenemos un vergo de gente. ¿Listo? Uf. Sí, teníamos bastante gente. Teníamos bastante gente.
What will she do? How's she going to find his actual soul?
Hay otro camino, pero no sé.
She cannot. No, she cannot. She cannot bargain with Hela. She's not strong enough to kill Hela. What is Hela? No one can bargain with Hela. What does Hela want?
Qué loco.
She could give her her soul. No. Her soul's rotting. She'd rather die. It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give. She has a warrior soul. What more could she get?
Están hablando como que tengo que darles mi alma.
No matter what she does,
What the hell? What the fuck?
she can fight her. She can fight her at Ragnarok. She's a warrior. She's got this man. Want to fight her. Strong. Her soul is valuable. Hela.
She can take Dillion's soul and lay him to rest.
There's an illusion. She's found a way. There's a way. She can see. She must align herself.
Falta poner otro.
There's the door. She aligns herself. It's there.
Ahí está. O sea que hacía falta otro. Decía, ahí donde está esta cosa. Hace falta algo.
Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash. Trolls will walk the land. Men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
Esa puerta ya está abierta. Por si las moscas. Por detrás.
Get up quick. She's hurt. She won't She's hurt. There's blood.
No. Parece.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it. Finished it.
Listo. Uf. La sea con estos cabrones. Listo. Mente reconstruido. Muchos vergazos con medio mundo. Me falta ir arriba. Ay, me van a faltar pocas de estas. R. Abajo.
The Northmen said each god will die at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed.
Qué madre si me van a faltar pocas de esas.
And plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given it away for love, and without it, he cannot defend himself against the flames. Thor will smite the Midgard serpent to no avail. The sun will grow black. The earth will sink into the sea. The stars will disappear. Fire and water will meet. Steam will shoot up. Flames will play against the sky. The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned. All the gods will be dead. And the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok. For it is nigh.
Porque se avecina Ragnarok. ¿En serio? muévase. Quería. Ok. Si salté. Ay, pero si estaba tocando lo de Focus. Parece. Ok. 2. Saquen. No, por detrás. Pero esto más arratado. No, pero si me estoy quitando el tiro. Qué bruto más arratado. ¿Ah? ¿A mí?
Sí.
¿Cómo qué? ¿Diferente bien o diferente mal? Bueno, qué dicha. ¿Qué es este pichazo de gente? O sea, tan arratados. Pero hijo de puta. No. Vamos, parece.
It's not over. Watch out! She's hurt. She won't make
it. Quite. Porquería. Oh.
She's the path to hell. Where is she going? She's getting closer to hell. She's going to die.
Yo estoy bien malo, pero está rudo.
What happens to me when she dies? We die too. I don't want to die. Wait.
What?
What happens when she dies? What happens to us? What happens to us?
We die too.
Do we die too?
We
I
die
don't want
too.
to die. I don't want to die.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
I don't want to die.
We don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Senua, stop. Turn
Senua,
back.
Stop. Stop her. Why is she stop her? Why won't she stop?
To die. She won't stop. Stop.
Me quieren detener, pero
I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
What?
Afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
What the fuck?
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Okay.
Wait,
Mother!
don't be like this. Don't know what to you.
Wow.
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces, fear and suffering. You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You
Okay.
understand?
Heavy. ¿Está heavy?
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you, let me destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw the last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me.
Wow. Hay tanta gente. Vamos. Ay, ¿por qué tanta gente? Listo.
I can see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Look at you. Running forward, moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place.
Vez. Más pichas.
I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is alive? How will you save him?
He's here. I know he's here.
Más pichazos.
Dillion, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
No, no me joda. Pues no me costó matar a esta verga. Pegar una maja de hocico. Ajá. Entonces si me va a pegar una maja de hocico. Ok. Cambió. Ahora contra dos. Mucha experiencia, pero están gorreando. Este cabrón. Esto está duro. Hola. Ay, qué difícil. Ay, güey, putica. Pariera. Esta última batalla en la máxima dificultad, no quiero ni imaginarme. Dolor de huevos que debe ser. Que no, este mae me muerde, me golpea. Todo me hace daño, a mí me pudre ese mae, qué bruto. Al fin.
Delian! Where is he? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Delian's gone. Delian's dead. Let him go now.
¿Eh? Pinchazos.
What? What can you do to me that you haven't already? Fight me.
Hey, juep.
You betrayed them.
Pinchazo, gente.
You betrayed the gods in search of Delian, in search of love. Look where it's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Delian. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
We putica, manecios.
Let go of your battle. Watch out. Killing yourself.
Pero me échame más para atrás. What the fuck? Picha verga. What?
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Dorian. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him. I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest. Nothing. No power over me.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua.
Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again. This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness.
What the fuck? Copyright en 3, 2, 1. Bueno, más terminado.
Feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else. Feeling as though you never belong. This feeling is not sadness. This feeling is not joy. I truly understand.
Bueno.
Please don't cry now. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please.
Qué duro.
Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel.
¿Ah?
¿Te lo ganaste?
¿Sí? ¿Por qué?
En 3 días.
Más bien 8.
No me enfoco.
¿Por qué no?
No.
¿Acaso soy yo? Súper divertido el enfoque. Estoy divertido, pero muy raro. Demasiado loco. Ah. Ah. O sea, la música para el copyright. Ay, señores, ¿qué toca ahora? Voy a seguir con mi proyecto de jugar indies, tal vez. O ya jugamos Hellblade. Podría jugar un Darksiders. Darksiders 3.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here.
Al final no supe cuántas piedras que me quedaron.
This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
Y no sé si esa batalla al final era la batalla final o no. Me quedaré con la duda. Ay, Diosito. Sale sueño por enfermedad. ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasó? Qué hecho verga. Ah. Y no ha terminado. Créditos. Universidad de Cambridge. What the hell. No se quiere acabar. A todos nuestros fans por apoyarnos y hacer Hellblade posible. Si quieres saber más de psicosis y los trastornos de salud mental, visita Hellblade Hell. ¿Ah? No, pero el juego tiene un... ¿Cómo se llama? Un pequeño reportaje o documental sobre eso, sobre la salud mental. Así que quiero verlo antes de acabar. Sí. ¿Puedo seleccionar capítulos? Me faltaron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piedras. Sí, me faltó bastante.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it? Is it? Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye.
Madre, no tiene botón para esconderlos. Reproducir y pausa.
One of us is always dreaming, even when awake. And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
La psicosis de Senua.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a
Guerrera celta.
Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
Trastorno psicótico grave.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
Uh-huh.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was truth, meaning fool, or liar, one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Truth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end.
The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames
Wow.
against the sky.
The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere.
Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness, such as psychosis, is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experienced the psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming in.
Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah,
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
See how she's going.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences, and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also, crucially, listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the visions or what we're seeing is too much, we become small until eventually we practice don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
Pansville, now my heart is so, love is so far away.
Sin palabras.
I wanna feel deeper. I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
Cada una de las observaciones que hay Mulkildy, Strain, Meeting, they get blue.
I could never know how you grow. All these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this. I just wanna live, that's all. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
To refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations or not far enough?
Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards, they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
Okay.
Just thought it's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us. My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbal. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exacerbated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness, it's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question is, what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
Qué loco, en serio.
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory kind of asked us to come along and help me build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being or thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals were able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress in our society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.
Muy tuanis, muy tuanis. Señores, jalao, como quien dice. Chaito, nos vemos.